People of Reddit, what terrible path in life no one should ever take. Serious. Brush your teeth. Can't begin to understand why I let mine rot. But while dentures may be easier to look after, they will never be as comfortable or as functional as my original set. This needs to be way higher up. I can't stress how important it is to brush at least twice a day, especially before bed. Absolutely, I just paid 10k to have all my top teeth extracted and dentures made. I brush twice a day. I just spent a lifetime using drugs and it fucks your teeth up whether you brush or not. The big part is not seeing a dentist regularly. I saw a dentist like 1 to 2 times as a kid and 1 in prison. Now I've got a regular dentist working with me to fix everything, but the top was a big step forward. Spend more than you earn. This. And the guy at the bank isn't your friend. Got myself into some credit card debt this way. Was afraid to admit to my parents. When I told my dad, he took it much better than I expected, and I'm doing better money-wise. People pleasing. As a wise man once said, you can't make everyone happy, you're not pizza. A man and his son were once going with their donkey to market. As they were walking along by its side, a countryman passed them and said, "You fools, what is a donkey for but to ride upon?" So the man put the boy on the donkey and they went on their way. But soon they passed a group of men, one of whom said, "See that lazy youngster, he lets his father walk while he rides." So the man ordered his boy to get off, and got on himself. But they hadn't gone far when they passed 2 women, one of whom said to the other, "Shame on that lazy lout to let his poor little son trudge along." Well, the man didn't know what to do, but at last he took his boy up before him on the donkey. By this time they had come to the town, and the passers-by began to jeer and point at them. The man stopped and asked what they were scoffing at. The men said, "Aren't you ashamed of yourself for overloading that poor donkey of yours, you and your hulking son?" The man and boy got off and tried to think what to do. They thought and they thought, till at last they cut down a pole, tied the donkey's feet to it, and raised the pole and the donkey to their shoulders. They went along amid the laughter of all who met them till they came to Market Bridge, when the donkey, getting one of his feet loose, kicked out and caused the boy to drop his end of the pole. In the struggle the donkey fell over the bridge, and his 4 feet being tied together he was drowned. "That will teach you," said an old man who had followed them, "please all, and you will please none." Aesop's Fable. When I was growing up in the Middle East, I went to a school that had a huge mural on the wall of the school courtyard with that story. It made a huge impression on me that was the lesson the school wanted me to remember, and I did. There once was a rabbit that wanted to please everyone. He ate grass with the cow, put on wool for the sheep, swam with the fish, and hopped with the frog. But the fox wasn't happy. So the rabbit asked Fox, "How do I make you happy?" And the fox pulled out a pot and started boiling water in it. "Get in the pot," the fox answered. And so the rabbit got in and was boiled alive, but the fox was happy. You can't make everyone happy without destroying yourself. Nicotine addiction. It's really hard to quit. As an ER nurse, I met so many people who kicked heroin, meth, benzos, crack, you name it. But the nicotine just couldn't be beat. ETA, for anyone identifying with this, I am in no way disparaging your condition. In fact, after seeing what I have, I am so fucking proud of you for getting off the hard stuff, because that is one hell of a thing to achieve and maintain. If you're still trying to ditch cigarettes, I really hope you win that fight too and wish you the best. Living a life based only on the assumptions of someone who feeds on your admiration, parent, mentor, abusive relationship, etc. Can you please explain it to me? Didn't quite get it. This hit real hard. Not the worst, but procrastination. It becomes a habit really fast, from my experience. Edit, I never stopped procrastinating, which is something that I hate. Sorry if the comment is a bit misleading, but I don't have any advice on how to stop since I am unable to myself. I'll start exercising tomorrow. I'll clean up later. I started saying these things years ago and only recently started running again. Edit, I used to be able to do 300 sit-ups almost every day. Now, I can barely 35, but that's progress from when I could only do 10. Procrastination is less about poor time management than it is about poor emotional regulation. Examine your anxiety around the top 3 things you are putting off doing. Whether a task, a hard conversation or a play out the tape. What are you afraid will happen? From a daily text I get from a therapist. Living on other people's opinions. I fairly often ask other people's opinion on me cause they can see me more objectively than I can. Definitely something I do all the time. Constantly worrying what other people think about me, trying to change my own personality to fit theirs. Picking a career path to fulfill your parents' dream. It almost ruined my self-identity. Currently I am doing a course I like at a university of my choice. I might have destroyed my relationship with my mother, but for the sake of my own sanity it was worth it. My brother's girlfriend wanted to go to school for nursing. Her parents told her not to do that because then her only option would be to be a nurse. She spent 4 years getting her bachelor's in something else, then ended up having to spend 2 years at community college to get her associates in nursing, which is what she wanted in the first place. Waste of so much time and money. I know that must have been a tough choice to make, but I can assure you that it's the right one. Toxic friends or family. Offload those people, life is too short for that kind of stress. This is absolutely true. Don't feel like you have to be the better sibling to people who treat you like garbage. There is a reason so many people live so far away from family members. By not hanging around certain people I've been able to drop cigarettes, weed and alcoholism. Life's been great the last couple years. Neglecting your own health. Used to think I'm damn near invincible because I'm still young. Worked about 70 hours a week just for that damn raise. Neglected health checkups just because I can. Got diagnosed with glaucoma and my left eye is quite fucked up. Not sure what the future holds for me, but I'm damn sure taking care of my body now. I read this after I've just been given a month off for a concussion I got a few weeks ago. My natural instinct is to power through it, but then I read this and think my health isn't worth this 9 to 5 at the end of the day. Did the same with my Crohn's disease. Thought I could deal with it and fight it on my own. Now I'm about to lose my colon and have an ostomy bag. 2020 has been one to forget. Meth. Heroin also springs to mind. Remember that Reddit user that bought some on a whim, did an AMA about the experience and then ended up going through years of addiction hell, dying from an odd, then being revived and finally getting clean. Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.